What's up, guys? John from Heavy Set Tactical. There's a company called Housemade Industries, and they sell a rapid quench, plate quench setup. Okay, that is $345 plus shipping and plus taxes. That's probably close to $400. What I did is I went out to Harbor Freight and I bought this Doyle. It's a carpenter's clamp, carpenter's vise, but it has a quick release, so I can drop it down and then just crank over and I'm tight. You know, a little harder than that, but this is why a lot of people buy that rapid quench system, because one, it has routes milled into the aluminum blocks to be able to push air or cold water through there. I forget which. Automatically. It has a little system coming out, and it trails down to your heat treat, or to your heat treat, to your whatever you're pumping the air from, your air compressor. Now, what this also has, as you can see, is these pilot holes are on both plates. So put some carriage bolts in here with some washers. This thing ain't going nowhere. So what I have now is the only thing I have to do is manually spray the air, which is fine. I got the even heat heating up for what Laren Thomas suggests for my thickness on my couple belt knife prototypes that I have. Sorry, it's just a mess in here. I've been really digging through stuff this morning. He has it at 2100 optimal for 20 minutes. That's about 90 seconds in to let the metal come up to optimal temperature. So I'll do about 21 minutes. Got my foil envelope ready to go. This is my first run of MagnaCut. I'm also going to cryo it. So we're going to see what happens. Then we're going to test the HRC at the end. But I wanted you guys to really see, some of you guys out there that have a setup with a traditional, a traditional vise, might be running into some annoyances of trying to juggle these plates while you got a hot metal in your hand and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tap. I have a tap and die set. I'm going to tap and die these plates right onto that son of a gun. So one's up here and one's down here. And I can pull that blade right out of the kiln, put it right in there, hit my release, drop it down, give it a couple cranks, and it's tight, it's quick. It's, getting in there so the temperature doesn't drop too much while it's not pressed, and I could have some warping on my thinner blades especially. So I got these two plates after shipping were $100. Aluminum plates. They're 1 inch by 4 inch by 12 inch. I should have went with 16, but for quite some time I'm going to be doing small stuff. Then I got this rapid release carpenter's vise at Harbor Freight. It's a Doyle. They got pretty good reviews, and it's basic. There's no motor to it, so it's not something I feel I have to spend hundreds of dollars on. And it's got the rapid release that the quote unquote rapid quench system has. So, one of you guys that's smarter than me, buy some Doyles, buy some blocks, pre-tap them on there so they're hooked on there, and you got a rapid quench. The only difference, like I said, is there's no channel milled out of here to pump cold water or to pump air, for your keeping your blocks cool. I am going to have to physically stand here and spray some air on it with out of my air compressor to get the same effect. But now I have a rapid quench setup where I can just drop that down, spin it, and it's good. It's a lot faster than having to run that down while you're balancing your stuff, and that can be a little antsy when you have a super hot piece of metal coming out of here. So far, I've been waiting for, 52 minutes. Really? I didn't think it's been that long. I've been having fun though, so I don't know. So 52 minutes, and I'm only at 1650, going up to 2100. So far, no heat coming around this thing, unless you're in about 1/4 inch or look closer. I feel no heat on the unit. It's working great. The seals are good. The door doesn't get too tight. Maybe I have to adjust it. I don't know if you guys have that same amount of gap in your door. I wanted to see down in the comments if anybody has anything to say on that subject. So now I'm just cleaning up all my mess and putting those belts over there where I wanted them, and I got some other fun stuff to do in the shop today. Now, I guess I just wanted to show you guys that you don't have to have, you know, $1 million setup to still get what you need. And you know who turned me on to this whole thing? I think my camera's a little crooked. You know who turned me on to this whole notion of, man, how unprofessional is this guy's cameraman? Don't have one. So, you want to know who turned me on to thinking this way? Two people. Alan from Primitive Bear Knives and Gary Creeley. Gary really started out this whole, you know, think about the objective you need and think about a way to do it where you don't have to buy it pre-built. I wanted some of the tolerances of a better than the central machinery for blasting. I was going to get like a $3,000 or $4,000 blasting cabinet, but for under $500, I got a big central machinery one, and I redid all the hoses. I put you know, customized the hoses and all the connecting pieces, all the valves in the handle, so it made it a lot more, you know, kind of harder use, if you will. But as I said, I'm going to tap holes into the aluminum blocks. So one's up here, one's down here. And then you got a rapid quench setup. You got a rapid drop setup. You don't have to worry about cranking the whole way down. And that whole thing is going to cost me $169 exactly to the cent. Instead of buying a $345 plus shipping plus taxes unit from Rapid Quench, aka Household Industries. So guys, sorry guys, my camera died. This is how my first one came out, this is how my first one came out. It is super tight, but it's just ugly as heck. So I forgot about using the rubber mallet. So I used the rubber mallet, came out a lot better. Just be careful what you're doing it on, because you don't want to pop a hole in that aluminum. Then it kind of negates the purpose of having a quote-unquote airtight aluminum foil job. I'm going to see how this one turns out. Kind of see one crappily done, one really nice seam done. This one I folded end and end, then went across. That is not how you're supposed to do it on this one. This one I folded end, and then long ways, and then capped them down here. You know, you want your last fold. A lot of people I see anyway say you want your last fold to just be on the end, slide the knife in, and then fold this last end shut. So I didn't feel like redoing this. I got an extra blade to spare, so I want to see how it turns out. I want to see if it makes that much of a difference on the HRC. I got an HRC tester on the way. So we're going to have some fun, guys. I hope you have a great afternoon. We're almost at optimal temperature. Let's see how long it took us to get up. Probably an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes, hour and 16 minutes. And we're at 1950 degrees. Again, I feel almost no warmth right above this. That's awesome. From when I used to shoe horses, I thought I still had a big blacksmith set of clamps, you know, or pliers, blacksmith pliers, you know. I found a bunch of rasps and other stuff, but I could not find my blacksmithing crimpers or my blacksmithing, you know, pliers with the real long handle to stay away from the heat. So I'm going to use these for now with a heat-resistant glove on, leather glove on. So guys, I'll get back to you and let you know how this goes after the day's over. So I hope you have a great day. And, you know, think about what I said. If you guys want a nice setup and have been looking like I was all over for a nice rapid setup, rapid quench setup, but the only one was from Housemade Industries for $345, don't even bother. Grab a Doyle, grab your aluminum plates. These are from usanifemaker.com. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. But guys, have a great afternoon. God bless you, and thank you for watching my content.